Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about a common topic for all classes, all higher classes, 8th class, 9th class and 10th class. Our topic is respiration. Respiration is very important life process. Generally, life processes are 5. One is nutrition or digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion and reproduction. These 5 are treated as life processes. In these 5, the first 4 processes are survival processes. Rest of the one, that means reproduction. Reproduction is treated as a perpetuation process. Now we will discuss a small topic, respiration. Generally, respiration is a word. It belongs to English. Respiration is English word, but this English word is derived from a Latin word called respire. The respire means to breathe, to breathe. In breathing process, 2 sub-processes are there. One respiration contains 1 inspiration plus 1 expiration. The inspiration, otherwise known as inhalation. Inhalation, otherwise called as intake of air. And then expiration. The other name for expiration is exhalation. Exhalation means breathe out. Breathe out. Totally, the definition for respiration is the respiration is equal to, or the respiration contains 1 inspiration plus 1 expiration, or the respiration contains 1 inhalation plus 1 exhalation. And other definition is, in oxidation process, the carbohydrates and fats are converted into energy. That process is also known as respiration. In respiration process, the carbohydrates and fats are converted into some small globules or energy release in the process of oxidation. In the process of oxidation. Generally, respiration is classified into 2. One is aerobic respiration. Another one is anaerobic respiration. Generally, in science, A means no. Anaerobic, in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic, air. Air means some gas. Aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen. Generally, anaerobic respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration occurs in all living organisms like man, cat, all mammalians, all invertebrates, all the animals. Mostly 90-95% of animals breathe in the process of aerobic respiration. The best example for aerobic respiration is man. The second one, anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration occurs in, generally known example is yeast. Yeast. Now we are discussing about energy in the process of aerobic and anaerobic respirations. In aerobic respiration, more energy is released, whereas in anaerobic respiration, less amount of energy is released. Now, in aerobic respiration, 686 kilocalories energy is released, whereas in anaerobic respiration 56 kilocalories energy is released. Generally, in previous examinations, asked a question that is which life process is useful for releasing energy. Now the answer is respiration. Once again I'll tell you. Now the question is which life process is useful for releasing of energy. Now the answer is respiration. Respiration is one type of energy releasing process. In animals, energy is stored in as ATP molecules. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. A stands for adenosine, T stands for tri, P stands for phosphate. Totally adenosine triphosphate. 1 ATP equals to 7,200 calories. Now 1 FADH2 equal to, FADH2 stands for F, flavin, adenine, dinucleotide. FAD stands for flavin, adenine, dinucleotide. 1 FADH2, DH2 and H2 stands for, this is reduction. The reduction form of FAD. H plus H2 added to the FAD. Adding of protons is reduction. Totally FADH2 stands for the reduction form of FAD. 1 FADH2 equals to 2 ATPs. Now 1 NADH equal to 3 ATPs. NADH stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. NADH stands for the reduction form of NAD or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide hydrogen phosphate, NADPH. Now some cell organelle is releasing the energy. Now that organelle is discussed in this class. That organelle is called mitochondria. Mitochondria plural, mitochondrion singular. Each mitochondria is look like a bat-shaped, oval-shaped organisms. Each mitochondria contains two membranes. One is outer membrane and another one is inner membrane. Between outer membrane and inner membrane, that compartment is called outer compartment. Between outer and inner membranes, a space is present. That space is called as outer compartment. Now, the inner side of inner membrane is treated as inner compartment. Inner side of inner membrane is inner compartment. Now, the inner membrane contains some foldings. These foldings are numerous in each mitochondria. These foldings are called as cristae. The mitochondrial inner membrane contains some foldings. These foldings are treated as cristae. Some fluid-like substance is present between these foldings. This fluid-like substance is called as matrix. Because these mitochondrions are useful for releasing of energy, because of this reason the mitochondria are otherwise called as powerhouses of the cell. Now we have discussed about glucose oxidation process. The glucose oxidation process completes in 3 phases. The first phase is glycolysis. Second phase is Krebs cycle. Third phase is electron transport. Now, once again I will tell you, the glucose oxidation process completes in 3 phases. The first phase is glycolysis process. Second phase is Krebs cycle. Third process is electron transport. Now, we will discuss the first phase of glucose oxidation, that is glycolysis. What is glycolysis? In this term, 2 terms are added. The first term is glyco. Second word is lysis. The term glyco means glucose. Lysis means breakdown. Totally, one glucose molecule split into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid is known as glycolysis. This is the first phase. In glycolysis process, one glucose molecule split into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Each glucose molecule contains 6C. This 6-carbon compound split into 2 molecules. Each contains 3 carbons. So, glycolysis means one glucose molecule split into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. In glucose oxidation process, the total number of ATPs are formed. Total 40 ATPs are formed. Now, net ATP number in glucose oxidation process is 38 ATPs. Thank you.
Date pay na? Kim arin. 14.